Clearly, this player, spawning in the bottom left from Poland, playing for Aftermath Esports, feeling like he is the underdog. It is Snoxtar. And spawning in the top right with his Hexen already out on the map, and maybe a fiend, or wait, what are these things called? An imp. It is a NightMare. Playing for a team, maybe. I'm not sure exactly. Is this going to be a... Oh, okay. I was going to say, is it a fast expand? But no, I have seen people doing this on this map where you open this little choke up and then you take this energy tower pretty quickly. I wonder if Snoxtar will be doing it as well. Seems like Snoxtar is not, at least as of right now. So it's hard to predict exactly, but possible. We get a double concave opening from NightMare. NightMare struggled a lot in his best of 8. No, sorry, in his round of 8, not best of 8. His round of 8 match against Kel. He struggled a fair amount against Kel, doing the same like one base infernal all in where he rushed Infest. And it might have actually been Snoxtar in the chat telling me that this matchup was a rush for Infest. So I don't know. I mean, we can see Snoxtar is not doing that. Both of these players, this is a hard one. Oh no, we're so fancy with having a delay. Yeah, one of the players asked for the delay. And there's nothing wrong with it. I gave everyone the option. I DM'd everyone so that it was like completely anonymous, and I just said like, hey, I don't love delays, but I want you to feel comfortable playing in the tournament. Which, like, what do you want? And yeah, and they, yeah, and somebody, you know, I won't say who or anything like that. Somebody said I'd prefer to have a delay on, and I said okay, I respect that. So we got a 60-second delay. Not the ideal, but it's not bad. We're okay. We're surviving. While you're here, my friend has signed an Oilers shirt from some point in the last 5 to 10 years. Reckon you could figure out who signed it if I sent you a pic? Oh, that'd be fun. That's pretty hype. The Blades lost last night. Oh man, we're talking about hockey now, guys. We're only an hour into the stream. We're talking about hockey already. But the Blades lost last night to Vancouver. Very disappointing. 7-6 loss. So very high scoring game. 7-6 loss. One of them in empty net. So yeah, kind of a weird, kind of a wild game, honestly. Okay, so Concave going down for Snoxtar now. He does take the expand. NightMare does not have an expand. Instead, he's got just like a lot of units coming across the map. Is he going? Yeah, he is going for the early infest. He's doing the thing that Kel did to him. He realized, hey, this is like really good. Or maybe he already knew about it. I don't know. But either way, he's like, ooh, I'm going to, gonna fuck shit up. And, yeah, he's doing it. NightMare's base is forced to get canceled. We lose one of the workers because this kind of run by is maybe a little bit annoying, etc., etc. I don't know. Like, this is kind of the thing I don't understand fully is, like, how we necessarily get our scouting information. Like, I do think that it would be nice to know that our opponent is going for that early infest. Maybe you just kind of already know with the fact that all you see is gaunts. Like, there's just a lot of gaunts. But either way, NightMare with some really nice micro there, making sure that he doesn't get full surrounded, doesn't lose a single gaunt, does take several fiends down. And how are we they're like preparing for this back at home. It seems like we've got a concave of our own. We're also getting our own ritual house, but we really don't have that much units. And our infest is like 80% of the way done. NightMare is playing for Streamer Zone, according to Wikipedia. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. The stream's getting more Canadian by the second. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, unfortunately. You get all of us Canucks together, and we just want to talk about hockey. Yeah, and I mean, being in BC, well, with daylight savings tomorrow, we don't do daylight savings, but they do daylight savings. All the games are going to be 2 hours late, so it's going to be 9 p.m. when they play. That's when normal people go to sleep, or that's when at least old Macs go to sleep. Oh, we do lose that gaunt. I thought he was going to keep that gaunt alive. But okay, so we do get a gaunt kill. We're going to maybe get a second gaunt kill? No shot. 1 HP. Absolutely huge. But NightMare, he's got this timing that he's not really taking advantage of, but I'm not one to say like what is and isn't a timing, what is and isn't an advantage. But basically, he's got infest. His opponent doesn't have infest. I mean, he maybe didn't know that because again, we're not doing like a lot of like scouting. Scouting is hard in this game, or maybe it's just early on and something like that. But like, I would expect like because you have the I know that was some bad observing. But you know you have the infest, so you throw down an effigy so that you can get some fiends out of this, right? Like that's like the whole idea. I mean, I guess you're using your Skull of Gul'dan instead, but like that's fine. Like, well, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter, I suppose. Well, nothing matters in the end. Of course, we're all Nietzsche and stuff, but yeah, you know. I don't know. I'm just kind of confused, I suppose. We do not have the upgrade for the Magmadon, so when they do eventually start doing their little stomp zones, they're not going to be slowing or stunning anybody, at least as of right now. I don't know if we're researching it I don't even know where's the house. Is it right in front of me and I'm blind? It's not right there. I can't find the Magmadon house, guys. Did they change it? Do you not need the one where you get the brood upgrades from to get it now? Is it hidden behind the ritual chamber? Did that get changed? I honestly haven't played much recently, but okay, so yeah, there we go. Okay, we're running into each other. Notice still that NightMare has not thrown down any effigy. That effigy there is Snoxtar's. Another thing to point out too, I guess, is that Infest does not make a difference for Fiends. So if you infest a Fiend, while it does take damage, of course, it doesn't spawn another Fiend when it dies, I guess. So I think Snoxtar maybe is just kind of playing this better, going for the nice little body block surround sort of thing. I promise I'm trying to not have the worst observing in the world, but I'm just so good at being bad. But yeah, so we're running away. We do have several units, and now we're going to be forced to use our Infest because we're standing on Shroud. Like, NightMare's been aggressively not using it. Not that I'm not trying to shit talk nobody, but like he's just really not taking advantage of it, honestly. We get the super Shroud Stone, Still not getting any of the the stun because we don't have the upgrade. But yeah, okay. So we have a lot of Gaunts coming in. Magmadon doesn't need a building. Oh, I didn't know that. It's behind the tier 2 shrine. They changed that. Did they not? Did they not change that? There was a time when it needed the building. Did it not? Am I crazy? Have I never understood the game? I mean, that is quite clear, but okay, NightMare's pushing Snoxtar back. The stream is getting... Oh, yeah, wait, I already did the part. If any of the players were listening to the audio while they're match, I don't think it would help them. That's actually a really good point. I didn't think about that. I guess they could, like, stream cheat in the fact that they could watch... Like, if they had a second monitor, they could just watch the stream, but it's probably so... unhelpful. I'm probably in the place that would help the least. There's no production tab or anything like that. All it would really tell them is supplies, I guess. You don't think NightMare can win this game anymore? I guess we'll have to find out. I guess, is it because we are on the double gold mine here? We are continuing to build up. NightMare does have more creep camps, which is nice. But he's kind of stuck on this tech, and he's not really doing anything past it. This Hellforge. This is where I thought the Magmadon was stuck behind. So I could be wrong. NightMare plays? Yes. Yes, NightMare does play. So that Hellforge, that's what I was looking for. Because I swear, this building used to, at the very least, but I could be wrong. I could have always had a misunderstanding. Oh, I think it's probably likely that I had a misunderstanding. But I swear I thought this unlocked or whatever. I think before early access it needed Hellforge. Okay, because after the release, I started playing Celestial. So that would make sense why... I only know that and then never learned anything more because you guys know I don't learn. I do not learn. I will not learn anything. Don't try and make me. Oh, this is an effigy. NightMare's learning, or he's listening to the stream maybe. He's a minute behind. He finally caught up. He's like, oh shit, I should be throwing down the effigies. Even though I don't know how great his English is. Not to like disparage anybody's abilities. Learning a second language is incredibly difficult. Like actually, I don't know how they do it. They are mad lads to be able to learn another language, especially English, which makes almost no sense. Like, as someone who lived in China for many, many years, learning another language is very, very difficult, and you have to really want it. So, and I never did, because moron. I'm a moron. So, yeah. There we go. It's been a fun game number 1 here, though. Snoxtar slowly but surely trying to take creep cams away from my boy NightMare, which I take exception to. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'm not necessarily cheering for one player or the other. We don't have the People's Champion theory here yet. But there is a chance that maybe Snoxtar could become the second People's Champion. That makes me sound xenophobic against the Koreans, I guess. I don't know. It's just like, I like an underdog. I always have. You know, like I'm a big underdog fan. A Cinderella story, if you will. I love those sports movies, and even though I know they're all exactly the same, and I can like tell you exactly how they're going to go and describe every single game. Every single plot point of the movie, but I still like them. I don't know. I'm a rube, I guess. My father-in-law, the last movie that we saw in theaters with my father-in-law. Oh, was that a hot? That was a hot pickup. That was awesome. Just pick up the very low units. We get the Weaver out, aka the Eldritch Cat Monster. We've got a couple of, well, at least one Megalodon. I don't know if I've seen another one. We got a couple of Megalodons. NightMare had really bad English. Hey, bad English. I mean, if someone speaks poor a language poorly, then that means that they have another language they speak well normally. You know, like that's like that's how I look at it, at least, is if you speak a language poorly, that normally means that that's their second language, or third or fourth even, and that they are intelligent enough to be able to learn multiple languages. Being Canadian and forced to learn French, I promise you, learning another language is not easy. Oh, Nibu Shu Zhongwen. I am not Chinese, I'm assuming is what you wrote there. But yeah, no, I'm not Chinese. It's hard without the characters or anything like that. Human_co looking for the bracket. Welcome. I hope you found it, my friend. That's a good job. We also have a Wikipedia page if you want to look at that, but I didn't update it, so it wouldn't have the update for the last series that we just did. I guess technically the Wikipedia page, though, is a little bit more accurate because it has the third, fourth place match, and the challenge doesn't because I can't figure out how to get the challenge to put it on there. But that's also just because of me being having a complete brain diff. Which is one of our emotes. If you subscribe, which is a waste of your money, but if you subscribe, you can use the sick emotes of brain diff, and you can brain diff people if you want. Normally, we just brain diff Captain Britain, but you can brain diff whoever you want in anyone's chat, if you'd like, of course. Man, Snoxtar, though, he's looking solid in this matchup here. He's going to take an extra expand. He's one thing I do like to do normally is the worker checks, but I'm feeling kind of lazy here, so I don't really want to do a lot of counting. Somehow there's 10 workers here. I see 3, but it's saying 10. They must be long-distance mining. Yeah, here they all are. Coming in a nice little conga line. Okay, we don't... Oh, no. Okay, we don't have that base. We got another 10 here. 10 seems like the optimal, even though it says 12. Snoxtar is just... He does what he wants. It's got the double base over here as well. NightMare has not taken the double base. Also, we get a fight ski. This fight does not seem like it is going overly well for NightMare. It could not be the entirety of his army. He's got to have something else somewhere. Yeah, okay, it seems like there is an army a little bit at the choke of his natural. Oh, and they're all hiding. Well, okay, this is actually just a couple of Megalodons, but here they are. We're going to land on top of the army. We're going to get some massive stuns off, it looks like. Not getting a lot of attacks, but now are we stuck? Or I guess what we have to do is we have to pick up, but then we have to be worried about losing our units. Okay, you know what? That kind of worked, honestly. I'm kind of here for it. I don't know if that's going to be the best. Kenny with the subscription. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. That's a special little subscription for you. And, oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna be happy about the subscription. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Enjoy the emotes and the no ads. I mean, I try to run no ads already, but enjoy the even lack thereof ads. So I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for using your Prime on me. Snoxtar is pushing deep into NightMare. I don't know if this is going to go very well for him. You're brain diffing somebody. Excellent. Good job, my friend. And Captain Canuck, there is a bracket LP. Or not bracket, sorry. Exclamation mark LP will give you the Wikipedia page. I know that you went and found it already, so I appreciate that. But other people can just do bracket LP if they want to see it. This game looks over. This game looks Ovskis. And that's going to be a 1... Yeah, there it is. 1-0 Snoxtar. NightMare picks the next game. Okay, spawning in the bottom left, currently up 1-0 from Poland. This is a best of 5 in case you came late. Best of 5. Oh, I've got Blueberry on my hands. It is Snoxtar. And spawning in the top right from Korea. I've casted him many times in SC2. And as Stormgate 2, I guess, as well. It is NightMare. The other ones actually I've never casted in SC2 before. I have casted NightMare a handful of times, you know, and like normally I don't get to cast Pro StarCraft. They kind of keep me out of it because they don't think I'm very good at it, which is fair. I get that. That's why I like Stormgate where no one's doing it, so no one can tell me what to do. But yeah, so SC2, I don't normally get a lot of opportunity to cast the pros, so it's nice to be here. Snoxtar I've never casted in SC2. Party I've never casted in SC2. Theory I've never casted in SC2 before. They all play, so they've all played the game. I mean, they don't really play it much anymore, but they all play the game. Snoxtar, he's going the 1-1 opening, which I personally really like the concaves, but that's just because I think gaunts are super fun. They have been kind of well, made worse lately with all the changes and stuff like that. They were potentially very overpowered in like the early access and shit like that. So we can kind of understand why that's happened. But I like Gaunts. I think Gaunts are really fun units. Man, Snoxtar with intense micro there, keeping the units alive. He's gonna get a little bit of heal buff as well, and I don't know, NightMare doing the exact same thing. He used the meat farm to take it, which is fine. So no big deal. Yeah. 10 minutes of macro versus 20 seconds of fight. Can't believe they deleted Jagged Maw, but kept Isle of Dread. Yeah, that sure sucks. Diexto, maybe? Diexto, thanks for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you. You are the best. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. That was a special thumbs up just for you. I think you're the only one who's got a thumbs up so far. Not that we need to, I don't know. I mean, you guys do whatever you want with your life. If ESL ever met Lincoln, they'd let you cast anything you want. They'd probably feel obligated to because he'd attack them. You know, like, Lincoln's a little bit of a wild cannon, you know? Top 5 Stormgate casters? Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah. I don't know who the other ones are, but yeah. Let's see. There's Bale Muff, or whatever his name is. There's Bay Muffin. There's, Apoptosis. Chicken Man. Maybe somebody else. Maybe somebody else has done it. I'm not sure. And then I just squeak, and I squeak in number 5. Oh, that'd be so hype. Oh, do you see that? That was very patient. I don't know if that was the intention or not. Maybe he was just like too busy clapping or something like that, but that was actually huge. Waiting off to the side. The units come in, they attack, and then we jump on them. We have so many more fiends than our opponent does. This is wild. Snoxtar with an overwhelming clear of NightMare's units. NightMare does have units back at home, but that was a gigantically good fight. If we saw the resources lost, which we can't see, unfortunately, I think that would be huge. Absolutely huge for Snoxtar. I don't know. I'm over the moon right now. That was gigantic. Love the smart plays that you can kind of do around. And I know that this might, I don't know, people don't like creep camps or whatever, and they're like, oh, creep camps, they're the worst. I hate everything. I don't like fun. But the creep camps, I think, are really cool. I think they add a lot of cool mechanics like that, where you, like, know where your opponent is because they're doing something, and you can see it on the map, and then you, like, plan around it and things like that. Like, I think that's really fun. I also don't think this was a great fight, though. This was a very big overcommitment here by Snoxtar. I don't think he was expecting, well, he saw the double concave, so I don't know what he was expecting. But, yeah, that was a little unfortunate there. We also have, you're pretty sure his name is Bay Muffin? Bay Muffin? All right, so Bay Muffin it is. Beowulf. I don't know how to say his name. I played him once on SC2 ladder, but he was playing unranked. So I beat him, and then I got, like, no points for it, and I was very upset about that. And ever since then, bad taste in my mouth. Or people who play unranked. That's my unwritten code, is that there is unranked should only play unranked players. You know? Oh, I hate. Ooh, I get so angry. I just want to fight the guys who created unranked, not Baymuff, just to be clear. But yeah, so makes me a little. I hate unranked. I don't know. My points are too precious to me. It's too it's too tied up in my self-worth. I have problems. I'm very aware that I have problems. But okay, so both players have Infest. We're both standing on Shroud, and we're running for it here because those brutes are a-coming. I wonder if we, okay, I was just going to say that. I wonder if we just turn everything into the Fiends, would that be going better for us? And it seems like Snoxtar is, at the very least, agreeing with me. So Snoxtar does turn all of the brutes into Fiends. He tries to get around. It's not going to happen, but he pushes the units back. NightMare again in lower supply position. I don't know how that's happening per se, but it does continue to happen. We both throw down our effigy so that we can run into each other. I don't know. It looks like just more stuff beats less stuff. There's just significantly more stuff on Snoxtar's side of the field. As mentioned before, NightMare just didn't have a lot of units. We have more Fiends, which I think is going to be the big deciding factor here, because once we get that full great big hug, as you can see, they have nowhere to go but back into the waiting arms of our Gaunts, and every time they die, they create another Fiend. So that's definitely not going to be good. GG gets called by NightMare, spawning in the top right from Poland. He's looking absolutely dominating in this series so far. It is Snoxtar. And spawning in the bottom left, he went on to match point against Kel and then reverse swept, if I remember correctly. So maybe he's going to do it again. It is my friend NightMare, who, I mean, I don't know how much of any of these guys are my friend, but you know, it's nice to pretend that you have friends. You know, like one day. Okay, so Snoxtar, this doesn't seem like it's going overly well for him. He runs up the ramp, he loses all of his Shroud energy, and then he immediately does the little dance to get out of there. Skinner's the goalie for the Oilers, and he's a stud. Oh, right, of course. You know what? I actually think I knew that. Or maybe. I don't really know a lot of stuff. But yeah, so Whitney thinks it looks more like Mario, and then I need a Mario hat. You know? So I'm like Mario, I'm a plumber. You know me. But here we go. Everything's looking quite normal as we begin this this game here. Both players taking the health towers. Technically, you could go to the trash and glue your beard back on. Technically, I could. I absolutely could. That's not wrong. And I guess I wouldn't put it... Well, no, actually, I don't think I would do that. That sounds too stupid even for me. I have done some pretty stupid things in my life, but that one might be a little too dumb. I don't think I would do that. Okay, so both of us are going to take the watchtowers now. We have the building here coming in. Does Amazon sell beards? Probably. Oh, I'm sure they do. We're going to do like a Movember mustache sale sort of thing. I mean, we're not going to sell actual mustaches. We'll get like, you know, stick-on mustaches and maybe like some makeup paint or something like that so we can draw mustaches on the kids, sell them, and then donate the money to prostate cancer or whatever, cancer research, something like that. I have to figure out a thing for that. But, you know, I'm the grade 8 teacher, so we have to do all the fun stuff. I don't know why that's fun necessarily, but you know what I mean. We do like the social, emotional justice of the school and things like that. We run the events. I don't know if it's like that in other countries, but that's what we do here. Filibuster here saying, heck yeah, Stormgate. Absolutely, my dude. You missed a banger series of Parting versus Theory already, but we are moving into the next series here, of course. The loser of this will play Theory. The winner will play Parting, and it's all live here for free, other than the fact that you might have to watch a couple of ads, but I wish you didn't. I wish I could turn ads off forever. Yeah, I don't know how I could make that deal with Twitch. I wonder if I could like give Twitch some more of like the sub revenue or something. I wouldn't want to pay a fee for that because that would not be worth it for my time. But if I could give Twitch like more sub revenue or something like that, and then I don't run they don't run ads ever. I wonder, because I really don't see any money from ads. Okay, so we basically have exclusively fiends for some reason. I don't know why that is. We've started our Ritual Chamber upgrade. Looking at my friend Snoxtar, he does not have the Ritual Chamber finished. So we are going to have a timing again where NightMare has the Infest, where Snoxtar doesn't. Now, NightMare did not really do anything with his advantage in game number 1, and actually seemed almost to aggressively stop using effigies or anything like that to use the Infest ability. Hopefully that's not going to be the case, because, again, we just want to see more Stormgate. While, you know, Snoxtar thinking that he was the underdog is doing a great job and playing super well here. NightMare is like a Super Saiyan where when he goes down 2-0, he's gonna charge up, he's gonna come back, similar to Polt. Polt used to be like that, man. Oh, that was actually so intense. I don't know if anyone likes StarCraft enough to remember that, and then also if anyone was watching back then, because I'm old, as we already established. I'm older than 27, which is like ancient. But yeah, I used to love Polt. I mean, obviously being a Terran player and being from NA, and he, you know, was in Texas or whatever for so long. It was awesome. Loved it. If you gave Twitch the sub revenue, but what would Whitney use to buy knickknacks? Donations, I guess. We would ask for more donations? I don't know. That is a good point. I don't want to give Twitch the entirety of the sub revenue because we still need to buy knickknacks. But, yeah, I guess that's something maybe we haven't talked about on stream for a while. But I don't have a PayPal, so I should sit up in my chair more. All of the revenue of the stream that isn't directly to the prize pool, because you can do that with the Matcherino. You go !match, you can put some money in there. The players would love you. They'd be like, oh, man, I love this guy. We'll talk about it in our nightly Discord call when me and the 4 players get together and we all talk about how, like, before we go to sleep, we all talk about how much we love each other, and we'll also talk about how much we love you too. We'll include that in there. So, yeah. But, like, subs and donations and shit, that just goes directly to my wife's PayPal. which then we don't really touch because we have professional jobs. But we appreciate anything that you do spend on the stream, because it makes it, you like the stream. Like that's the really nice thing, is that you like the stream so much that you're willing to spend money or your prime on it, of course. And we're like, oh man, we're really chuffed about that. That makes us feel good. Snoxtar, though, is just absolutely pushing NightMare shit in here, unfortunately. NightMare is running for it. I don't know. He's really scared of the Megalodon. The Megalodon does not have the upgrade, but I guess it is still just kind of scary in its DPS. I don't know what kind of DPS it does or anything like that. But that's a GG by NightMare. Unfortunately, you've been 21.